Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. I love it when that just works out nicely and we manage to get the clicks in the right places and all that good stuff. We are here for the Sorare Deadline Show. As always, I'm Quinny and I'm joined as ever by my co-pilot, Harry Trades. Harry, my man, good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is where you are.
Yeah, nice to see you, mate. Yeah, I was going to say, when was the last time we spoke? I guess it was last Friday. Even though I was lurking in your lineup building stream yesterday, I couldn't get one out myself yesterday. IRL duties, but yeah, no, buzzing for what should be a very, very interesting weekend. And yeah, who better to do it, with than my main man.
That's it, man. Well, I think this game week has had me in a spin. Last game week we had I don't know if it was a warm-up, right? But the flying goalie thing really messed with my brain in terms of how to build the team and where to stick it in the prioritization and all the rest of it. And then fast forward to today, anti-stack, classics, in-season, fill your boots, go for it. It's basically just another in-season comp, isn't it? But it's no holds barred. It's not, price pool's 50k across all comps and all the rest of it, one division, one entry. But when you look at the prize board, it's just like another D1, isn't it? But classic only. I was kind of wrestling with it with the members last night, as you'd have seen, Harry, on the members build. We actually got Laird's team involved as well, which was good crack. And I heard Laird on Andrews later talking about how he is in the market for a classic Stoikers. Just fucking play the cards you've got, mate. But how are you wrestling with prioritization this week, anti-stack, and a few other bits in between?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough for me to like not want to play classic cards there. I know people are going to play some in-season ones because they're going to have some hefty bonuses and whatever. But yeah, I struggled to to get any in-season ones in there just because I've managed to shelf them in other places, whereas I have more classic cards. So the chances are that lineup is going to end up being full classic, and it is. I actually went onto the market, and bought a little a classic card to go in there as my skipper. So I was going to make it the honeycomb background. I was going to have I had a five honeycombs in there, all rare, obviously, and it looked beautiful. And then I woke up this morning to find that Goretzka might not play. So
yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. So I had to shelf him and bring someone else in that isn't a honeycomb background, which is annoying. It's hurting my OCD, but yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully there's still some big scores there. But no, I'll be honest. I've basically used my best classic cards that aren't like I won't miss anywhere else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've had a few videos on my channel covering this. One for the Zero to Hero series where we're kind of doing it on a budget, trying to bring in some ringers, similar to yourself on Road to Glory, and obviously for your main account as well, you're up to some action. And then for myself, I was really toiling. I did one, I kind of went in after it myself for this game week, and in vein of, or in the same kind of light of what you're saying there, I've ended up making it essentially top priority outside of Contender. And again, this is kind of leaning into the methodology I think Laird thinks he's leaning into, but just because Laird's here in the chat, that in-season challenger team, Stoikers or no Stoikers, it's not winning anything. So play them in the team, you know what I mean? But this is what I ended up going for so far anyway. Might be a slightly tweaked, but it's basically it's an FC Barcelona great. It feels like in the making.
Jesus, that's strong. Double forward. I've gone double forward as well. We don't have any of the same players, which is interesting. But yeah, you've gone full champ, which is... Yeah. Are you going to miss him?
Not really.
No,
not really. I think the champ lineups, like, if I put them into it, they would be better, obviously. But this is the top division team. It's basically not that bothered.
Still good. Yeah.
It's Division 2 as well.
So okay. Like, yeah, fair enough. I mean... Yeah.
And then Division 2. It's like, who cares?
I'm actually... Are you surprised at the head counts of anti-stack?
Let's check it. I've not looked at it, sorry.
Because I made my video Monday and I thought my guess was like 7 to 10k. And I'm obviously way off. And for limited, I think I said something like 20k. And I don't think we've broke 15. I could be wrong. It could be like 12. I don't know. But
Super Rare's at 574, which seems low. But
yeah,
Super Rare's becoming an endangered species these days, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, I just expected more. There will obviously be a few more. You know, like I haven't put my lineup in. Yeah, there's obviously going to be a load of other lads that haven't done the same. Yeah, Houston. Apparently he's on to start this weekend as well, Charles. And I don't know if I should play him anywhere. I know he's playing Ipswich away, but I don't know if I can fit him in anywhere, to be honest.
Panic on the dance floor. Panic on the dance floor. That was all those people going, oh, I didn't set my anti-stack team.
I know. Let's say it's a single entry. I know it's single entry, but, you know, when we had the threshold, that was single entry, you know, and there was way more than 5,000 people, I'm sure, playing. I could be wrong, but I know people have left or whatever, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe best of Europe team on screen there as well, since we're at it.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah, not prioritising contenders definitely against the rules and terms and conditions around me. And Ben Arlington brought a whole classic limited for a tenner for this comp to go for it.
I mean,
what's your five?
I did it with 15 quid on that video, and I could have went a little bit cheaper. Like I bought Tom Bershoff, who was like a fiver. So yeah, looking back, you could probably do it quite comfortably for a 10, I'd say. Like there's a couple of quick £1 cards that, you know, can easily be can easily be done. But yeah, 10 quid, the minimum amounts, you know, $5, I think, in limited.
Yeah.
Beyond that, then you've got market credit. So like there's a bit of a cushion there, even beyond the cash, you know, if you're looking at market credits.
I brought in Trusty for 4 quid and Ugalde for 7 quid.
Yeah, that's not bad. Ugalde, that's
zero
nice.
to hero.
Well, yeah, I guess he's not playing much after this, is he? Unless he moves, you know. But
yeah,
for this weekend, yeah, that's what I wrestled with, because like Anderson Lopez was like 2 quid, the Yokohama lad, and yeah, they do have a few like AFC games maybe coming up, but outside of that, obviously it's last game of the season, so yeah, I can see why people do it. Like it could be worth it at that point.
Yeah, could be. Good luck to everyone that does get involved. Let us know in the live chat. Have you been in the market? Have you just been rejigging the prioritizations? Are you with me and you're shouting at Laird to just do the right thing and play the Stoikers? And yeah, obviously everything else we'll go through. The place to start off with, as usual, there's a bunch of these here across Twitter, Twitch, all the places we stream, YouTube, of course. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. And yeah, as we get hurling towards the deadline, Sorare is back up. Obviously, it had a wee crash there, but they're quickly back up. So panic is over. Dance floor can go back to as it was. And we pick up with the matchups tab, which this is like a throwback kind of looking game week, isn't it? Seeing Spartak and Zenit riding high, as well as some of the usual suspects.
Yeah, it is very much a nostalgic, like top 15 maybe there. We're back to majority homes, which, you know, kind of makes sense. Yeah, Bayern with the standout, but I've seen Neuer might be questionable. Like there's always a spanner in the work. Yeah, he didn't train today apparently. So yeah, but you know, they're the standout champ, and then you've got, of course, yeah, a little bunch of contenders there, to be fair. Celtic, Zenit and Spartak. Then you go back to champ with Inter, I guess, but you know, you don't have to worry about them in season wise. And then you go back to Leverkusen. You've got to think, yeah, Bundesliga, you know, the Bundesliga comp, and then, you know, trickling into champ will be very competitive with just those two, realistically, with the amount of 100 capable guys there. Feyenoord away, okay. Rangers away, okay. Zagreb, but they haven't really been on it. I don't know. I think it weakens quite quickly there, Quinny. Like we're down to like, I was looking last night, you're down to 69% win percentage after like, you know, our first scroll. It feels quite thin, you know, the top 18, I guess.
Yeah, you're right there. I think there's some big games, like I think Besiktas Fener or something like that, and yeah, there's maybe one or two more like that. The Prem, obviously, you don't really see anyone reigning up here at the moment, especially the way City have been playing and performing. They also had a midweek slate as well, so like you say with the housing, you know, there's a wee bit of tomfoolery, skullduggery with the rotation to watch out for. But and again, there's midweeks in the coming game week, you know, to then kind of backwards engineer, you know, like. So yeah, it's quite open, isn't it? So I think like it's quite a good game week for anti-stack, because it is like you kind of do want to just take a guy out of a fixture, don't you, rather than a stack.
100%. I mean, we're kind of forced to do that. But yeah, I think there is a lot of those single smasher guys sprinkled around these probably 30 fixtures that we're gonna, you know, cover on here graphically, and then of course on Predictorfy. But Yeah, there's still some decent ones down here, mine. Like, PSV at home. I know it's 20, but like Genk at home, Benfica at home, Anderlecht. Like Challenger again will be like Challenger last weekend was really, really low scoring, like stupidly low. There was loads of goalkeepers out, clean sheets lost left, right, and center. And yeah, if you were able to score relatively high that week, you could sort of scoop something up. But I don't think that'll be the case this weekend. I've got a good feeling that it might be a bit punchy. Atletico at home, Villa, Southampton in Champ, of course. We're nearing in the end of the Brazilian league. River at home to Rosario. Like there's some really standout fixtures. I think if you just sort of single them out and go, okay, who is the River guy this week? Is it Amani, whoever? And that's going to make for some crazy anti-stack scores because there's obviously 50% captain bonus. So your Barcos and Cherkies maybe and Armani's, like we said. Like what do you think wins anti-stack rare, like score-wise? Give me a range. Are we talking like
520
beyond 500, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, 520. Because like I know with my team, like I think the average percent on them is 12 or something like that for my squad. There'll be a fair few 15s lying around, I'm sure. For again, it's anti-stack, but somebody will have like a 15% Trent or Kimmich or some shit, like there'll be something like that, and you put a few of them together, then 500 is definitely the number to shoot for, and it's about how high you get ahead of it. Pico player saying Dinamo is a big trap, a lot of rotation. They're playing Celtic on Tuesday, and apparently Batarina and one or two others are maybe injured and stuff. So Dinamo Zagreb is definitely one to fade. And Josh Seven, fist bump for the intel. Neuer has problems with his ribs. Gnabry not playing. Pavlovic back in the squads. This is all from the press conference right now, breaking on the timeline. Thanks very much, Josh Seven. Great contribution.
Yeah, that might throw a few spanners in the works there for the Bayern boys. But yeah, I mean,
that'll be Peretz and goals in or Ulrich.
Yeah,
probably Peretz.
Yeah.
So where will we start with the old? There's no Prem. Did we start with Prem because there was no Prem, or is that?
I don't know. Do you want to, I don't know. It's up to you. I honestly don't mind. Whatever.
I think we'll start with the Prem because there was a midweek and a lot of these team lineups are kind of like fresh, if you know what I mean. So we'll just kind of rattle through them, I suppose. But we've got the Merseyside derby. We've got Everton at home to Liverpool. This is the Everton team on screen here. And again, I think it's just copy and paste every week, isn't it, for those guys? And Liverpool, they now are the team, aren't they? They managed to do a wee bit of rotation midweek. I can't remember exactly how it shaked out for everyone, but Soboslai, for example, didn't start midweek, so quite feasibly he's going to start the weekend, and one or two other players like that, I suppose, as well. And Liverpool are like going for the title, aren't they now? Like,
yeah, they're really in gear, aren't they? I think, Curtis Jones got a goal. I think McAllister's suspended, so that midfield three maybe kind of picks itself. Diaz didn't start. I think Nunes might have. So, a little bit of rotation, like you said. Yeah, there's the McAllister. Trent didn't start either, although he got a couple of assists and stuff after he, got on the field. I worry for Everton. This could be a really, a bleak sight, I think, this Merseyside derby.
I think the difference could, if there, the battle's won and lost for me in midfield. When I look at that midfield three, Doucouré, Mangala, and Guy, like if they can just like smash like the whole game, they can maybe like keep the score down. But it's like, how do they score against Liverpool? How
do you get the ball off like Curtis Jones? Grav, because he's athletic. It's not as if like he can't mix it with those lads as well. Do you know what I mean? It's if Everton can run all over them, good luck. But Jesus, man, there's still legs in that three for Liverpool, and when they get it out wide, you've got Salah and Gak to worry about as well. So, Liverpool are in a really good spot right now, and I just don't think Everton have enough to they might keep it tight for a little bit, but I think the cream will kind of rise to the top eventually, and they'll probably break them down.
Yeah, I think so too. Good away fixture for Liverpool as well. It's not too much
definitely.
It's just across the road. So.
There's not many good fixtures in the Prem, as we know. So that one probably is top 2, 3, maybe. Arsenal and United probably being the other two.
On paper, I think you would have thought Villa would be right up there, but Villa haven't really been vintage, for the last month or so. This is a team projected to play against Southampton. I'm not sure if this will be McGinn or Rodgers, but I think this will be the 11. Just so let's see how they actually map out on the pitch. But kind of as strong as it gets for Villa, give or take one or two players maybe. But that's kind of Tielemans, Watkins, Rodgers, Certainly the main boys there. And the Southampton team is on screen here. 50-50 on the goalkeeper. Maybe it's Lumley over McCarthy. 50-50 at centre back as well.
Did you see what Stevens got sent off for?
No.
He pulled Kukureya's hair.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like violently or like playfully?
I haven't seen it. I just saw it on Twitter, so that's me giving you secondhand info there. But yeah, he pulled it. I don't know how hard, how strong, but he got a red card for it.
Guys, panic on the dance
floor
again. What?
Oh no, I watched Premier League football midweek, Quinny. I don't watch Premier League ever, and I watched Villa. I watched the Villa Brentford game.
Nice.
Villa were really good. I know they haven't been great recently, but they were really good. I tell you what, Rodgers, man, he's going to Madrid at some point. I'm sticking to that. Man, I'm telling you, he's unbelievable. He's like 6'4", and he's like the most technical 6'4" guy I've ever seen in my life. He might not be 6'4". He's massive though. Like him next to Ollie Watkins, he's like a couple inches taller than Ollie Watkins, and I think Watkins is around 6'6". I couldn't, like, the things he's doing. He's like flicking things around the court. Mate, honestly, I'm so impressed with him. And the goal have you seen his goal?
No.
He's just like, sure. He's just opened his body up and just wrapped into the top corner. It was just like, it looks simple, but it's obviously not. And McGinn was really good. McGinn was class, I thought. I said to Sam Ty on Discord, I said, what's going on with McGinn? He's unbelievable. He was like, he hasn't been for the last 8 games. I was like, okay, well, I haven't been watching. But yeah, Boobs was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game.
Boobs are good. You can say that again, Harry boy. So yeah, great. And tell me, thanks very much for that. We've got Brentford, who the other side of that fixture. They're at home to Newcastle. This is a team on screen. Wee bit of a change of shape-ish. They're going back to 2 up front rather than 3. And this is the different shape Brentford play sometimes. The 5 midfield, 3 at the back kind of thing.
They must have matched Villa. They must have went 4 at the back when I was watching, I think, because Mbuemo was like wide, definitely, or 4-3-3, because Mbuemo was very wide and left, on the right, sorry, cutting in. Damsgaard's the one, though. He nearly scored 100 points midweek with an assist.
He's just killing it now.
Yeah, he's just got that AA as well. This coupling with the DA quite nicely, and yeah, he's the one. This could be Damsgaard's season at home to Newcastle.
Home to Newcastle, indeed. And, I think Liverpool-Newcastle, I think everyone predicted it, but it's always a high score in the game. It's always a Premier League classic in the making. 3 each midweek. They will be looking to keep their shooting boots on, but maybe try and keep the goals out a little bit more. Team is just as strong as we've seen midweek. I think there's one swap or rotation there. Maybe is it Willock for Murphy, perhaps? I can't remember the full team, but it's pretty similar to what we've seen midweek, if I remember rightly. And I don't know, I would think that's tough to call because Newcastle are scoring. That's kind of been their problem, is they weren't scoring. So,
yeah, I don't think you can write Newcastle off just because they're away. But I think there could be goals in this one. Little 2-aller. I've got goals on my mind. I'm telling you, he could be. Like, he's unbelievable. I've never seen a player he's like Bale if he was right-footed. Like, remember that Bale season he had? The season Bale had when he was at Spurs, when he was just wrapping things from like 40 yards and scoring against West Ham last minute. Like, that's what Rodgers just looks like to me. The way he's gliding, mate, I just can't keep my eyes off him. He's just unbelievable.
Don't think Murphy will play was awful midweek. Well, the hot takes are coming. You and Agent Cooper here are definitely drinking the same tea. There's no two ways about it. And yeah, like, it does look great from where I've seen him. I don't know about Madrid, but let's see how it shakes out. Palace are maybe going to be on the receiving end here of the revenge of Pep, because Jesus, man, is this guy on the ropes right now? This is the Palace team that's looking to set up against them. No Doucouré, no Nketiah, no Kamada, and yeah, it's kind of everyone else as you were. But City on screen now, they really need a win. Like, need a win.
I mean, yeah, they got one midweek, I guess, but yeah, 2 on the bounce would be really nice. Yeah, I don't know. Would they go with something like this? Walker and Rico Lewis both playing?
Rico Lewis is kind of like plays everywhere. He's kind of like inverted fullback, midfielder type player. So don't think he goes up and down the line.
Josko hasn't played centre back for fucking ages. Be interesting if that was the case.
I think you would just still see like Guardiola, Diaz, and Walker being like the back three kind of shape, and then Rico Lewis is probably going to hide in between the midfield and the defensive line for the most part, you know, because Grealish is going to be wide.
Right.
Even Doku.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup, though. I don't know what they did midweek. I don't know if they played both of them. They might have. Akanji, I guess, could play here.
Moreno on 70% again.
Yeah, that's mad. He's played 2 in a row now, hasn't he?
Yeah. No CBs outside Simpson Pussy, who has reportedly struggled last time they played, so he's been bombed. This could be the best game. Man United at home at Forest.
Yeah. Big time. I mean, yeah, in what we've, the short bit we've seen of Amorim and United, I guess, there's some good scores to be had. Like we've seen them, we've seen them with Diallo. We've seen, Rashford even scoring. Miracles do happen. And, Bruno and Xerxes even fucking scoring as well. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see, is it the United stack this weekend?
This was last weekend. I couldn't believe it when I seen this come in. Amad Diallo on a 98, Rashford touching 80, Bruno Fernandes behind Rashford in the scoring,
Mental.
Couldn't believe it.
The issue is, though, he brings the centre-halves off before the clean sheet bonus. Like he's got a thing for it for some reason. I don't know why, but he loves it.
Oh,
mate,
well,
it's
CUNT.
I know.
Cool. But yeah, Man United stacks coming good finally. It feels like maybe, and at home at Forest, like you could see that kind of Everton game score-wise.
Yeah, definitely.
Diallo's probably the forward of choice, of course, if he's playing like that. But yeah, solid team. And this is a Forest lineup, which looks pretty handy as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they won't go. They won't go down without a fight. They've got vocal points and pace out wide and players who can play midfield. Like Yates will run all day and rat around, and it's just can United frustrate him to the point where they can kind of turn him over. But I don't think it'll be easy. Like it's a good Forest team. I know they just got battered by City, but yeah.
Elanga revenge goal.
Yeah, nice point. Yeah.
Fulham, it's been updated 27 minutes ago, so this is hot off the press. And is it Tete for Castagna? Maybe is something to watch out for. Iwobi back in the fold. Oh no, but Iwobi was back in last week. Muniz for Jimenez. Harry Wilson's getting starts on the rig now, Harry.
He started midweek. That was his first start. Is he actually in again? Is he? Interesting. You know why? Thingy went off injured. What's his name? Reece Nelson. Nelson went off injured, so that might be something to do with it. But yeah, I'm not going to play him. But well, actually, I don't know. At home, could rattle him.
Maybe, yeah. Arsenal team looks as kind of as strong as it gets right now. Odegaard back, they're 100% reinvigorated, aren't they? Back four looks brilliant. It's just whether, I suppose it's against Fulham. Should score enough.
Are you loving the whole how Arsenal are basically Stoke rebranded? Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
The Berbatov comment.
Yeah, on Twitter, I'm seeing that do the rounds. It's like everyone slated Stoke when they were just scoring from set pieces every game. But although obviously Rory Delap was not a corner, they were coming from throw-ins, not they were coming from corners, obviously. But you know what I mean? Arsenal is, I've definitely reinvented set pieces right now, corner-wise and free kicks and stuff. And yeah, man, it's mad the amount of the hit rate they've got. So right now,
it's a bit spawny in a way, but it's kind of it's kind of how all the kind of cutting edges of football, over the last 20 years, it's normally somebody noticing that nobody is taking advantage of some sort of weakness. And then now, there is a general malaise on set pieces. I'll talk about this quite a lot in the Celtic content, but not that long ago, a centre back getting 7 or 8 goals a season was not unheard of, and maybe there's 1 or 2 of them that kick about there now, but it's not a thing. You don't look at a team and there's a centre back that goes up for corners. You don't look at the goal charts and see that as much anymore. So I know it's not strictly the problem, the Fixtures, but there is a lack of people scoring from corners and stuff, which is why they're taking them short and doing all their crap stuff that they're doing because they can't put the head in.
Right.
And yeah, I could kind of lay that off other examples we've seen over the years, but it's a wee bit spawny because it's set pieces and it's got that bad stigma, but take your edges when you get them.
I mean, yeah, especially international football and even the highest levels we see in domestic football, like games are decided by set pieces at the end of the day, most of the time, if you've got two really good sides, So, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you, try and take advantage of that and get a set piece coach? And because remember when at Liverpool had like a throwing coach, and I know they still do now, but there was like a, excuse me, a famous throwing coach at one point at Liverpool. I think he left now, but yeah.
We've got Ipswich Bournemouth on screen here. Bournemouth got a pretty decent win against Spurs last night. I was going to say on that, by the way, because also I've got my B license. I did a bit of coaching for a while, and for the teams I coached, I had 2 throw-in routines, if you know what I mean, which I thought was normal, right? But see, when I went to training and we would do set piece nights, like I'd have free kicks, corners, I'd do throw-ins as well. And I spent a bit more time on throw-ins, like in pre-season as well, because, like, see, especially the level of game I was coaching at, like, the thing with set pieces is it's a controlled restart. Like,
Right.
from the ball here where you can put everyone, and you can say, right, from here, this is how we'll play. 1-2 touch, cross here, back post, whatever. And with throw-ins, like, especially the lower levels you go down, there could be like 500 of them. Like, I'm exaggerating, but,
Right.
and to not know, like, what we want to do, because it's the most maddening thing sometimes is just seeing somebody just throwing it and it's just bouncing about and just going nowhere. But I always found it weird that it's not that they need a coach for it necessarily, but even at the level at the game I played at, and then when you see the professional level, like you say with Liverpool, that they brought a coach, like, do they not just practice it anyway? Do they not just go, right, today all the restarts are throw-ins just to, because they're full time? Like, what else do they do to keep it, relevant to matches?
You'd hope they do, but I guarantee you, but yeah, for some reason they probably disregard them if a lot of the time, especially throw-ins, maybe not corners and free kicks as much, but throw-ins I reckon get put to the back burner, but maybe not these days. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's always just something it's just something I've always been somewhat interested in. On screen now is Leicester Brighton. Leicester got a pretty good result. Van Nistelrooy era in full effect, it feels like. And Brighton always looking dangerous. Still Dunk absent, Igor in place. And O'Reilly, I've not seen it, but apparently he got a bag of a calamitous OG, I think, in the Fulham game. Yeah, I seen a Rangers fan retweeting like Calvin Bassey's pure laughing his ass off, like celebrating with Fulham. He's like, look at Bassey loving the O'Reilly OG or something, if you know what I mean. So I've not seen it, but I've heard it's from that tweet, it was egg on face. Spurs Chelsea, by the way, talk about we've not came to it yet, but I'm not sure this game quite matches it, but we've got an El Sacico in the Premier League this weekend. We'll get to that in a second, I'm sure. But is Andrew on the line in this game a bit? Because Chelsea should have been the laughing stock of the year, and it feels like Tottenham are not that far off being laughing stock team right now.
Yeah, they're a couple of bad results away from that, aren't they? And yeah, in a derby game against Chelsea, you don't want to be, going down again because they lost midweek. Two defeats in a row will definitely, definitely get the press talking and whatever. But Chelsea are in unbelievable form. Like, I don't think, even though Tottenham are at home, I don't think if you're Tottenham, you're thinking, this is going to, well, they obviously know it's not going to be a walk in the park, but man, I think Chelsea are going to turn them over. I can't see how they don't. Genuinely, like, they just look they're just a machine right now.
They rinsed Tottenham last year. I think they went down to 9 men or something like that in that match.
I was there.
Were you? So were you? How did that?
Yeah, at Tottenham's ground.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, me, Feder, and we brought one of the Value Talent listeners with us.
Oh, class!
It was fun. Yeah.
So you've seen this match at
Basically,
Tottenham as well.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like remember all the injuries? Like Van de Ven was injured like 2 minutes. Yeah, it was nuts. It was mental. Yeah.
And so Dragusin and Romero look to play this one. I think I kind of agree with you that Chelsea should take them to the sword on this one. But the only thing that stops me is Spurs. All their good results is against good teams. It's the crap teams they're losing to, but they're beating everyone that's good. So
you're right.
Wounded animal and all that stuff comes into it maybe a bit as well, but it's a tough one. Goals galore, 100%. Both to score both halves. There'll be some crazy shenanigans on this one.
You've got to think there's goals in it, but they rested Son and Porro midweek, didn't they? I know they came off the bench and stuff. So yeah, fresh two really important players there where Chelsea didn't really rotate. I think they did rotate, but they didn't rotate, a Palmer or whatever. Yeah, tough one to predict that.
And the last El Sacico was Ten Hag versus Lopetegui, and Lopetegui, he's like that Grim Reaper meme, going down the hallway, coming out the doors, And it's El Sacico time for West Ham against Gary O'Neill's Wolves. I feel bad for Gary O'Neill. I actually really like what he's did at Wolves. I think he's been very unlucky with just how thin the squad is and how shit the defence has been and their goalkeepers for the last 2 years. But anyway, they're against West Ham. King Carlos Soler in the building in pretty good form himself individually. Kudus back in the show. Paqueta in the building as well. Fulkrug, the actual striker's playing, not Antonio. So, Todibo, this is like the team they tried to build in the summer, isn't it? Goalkeepers at 50-50 now, 55-45, Fabianski and Areola. But this might be, like, this is El Sacico. If Lopetegui can't win with this team, then surely he's done.
Yeah, I think this is it, isn't it? Now or never. After Wolves got battered midweek by Everton, you've got to be winning at home to Wolves with the 11 they kind of could put out there. I heard, I don't know how true it was, but Todibo had a bust up with him in the changing rooms. I don't know whether it was violent or whatever, but might have been just verbals. But yeah, I heard. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Charlie says pretty sure Todibo is training separately.
Oh well, maybe that won't happen then. Maybe it is going to be Lopetegui then. Gary O'Neill will be spared from the Grim Reaper for one more week, perhaps. And I've quite enjoyed, by the way, through their desperation, Guedes has been back in the fold, and he's been like actually a handy wee bench player. If Cap 220 was open this week again, Guedes might not be a bad wee shout from the start or from the bench, a wee cheeky goal. Just wait to pull him up. But he's been featuring on the reg. And I remember Wolves fans telling me Guedes will never, after I thought he did quite well in La Liga last year on loan, they were telling me he'll never wear the shirt again. And here he is, off the bench, getting in the action. Fair enough, it's to not much against Bournemouth there, but
never say never.
Never say never. Santiago Bueno, Cunha, my boys are in there. Right, okay, let's fire through. I think Bundesliga was quite high up. We had Bayern at home to Heidenheim be one of the top fixtures of the game week. This is the team on screen now. They still have Neuer there. I think it was updated an hour ago. Maybe it needs another update. Update 2, Neuer not in final practice. Unclear situation. And yeah, so this might be one that we need to watch out for as the show rolls on. But I think outfield is probably quite nailed, isn't it? We know Kane is out. And it looks like they're going to fancy Olise to be up here, which will be an interesting solution. I thought if they're going to do something funky, I thought it might have been Musiala, but I suppose you really need him in the middle, just connecting everything. But Sané gets back in, Coleman on the left, Rafi G and Alfie D on the wings, Pavlovic, Kimmich in the middle. Pretty tidy, pretty strong.
Yeah, after they lost midweek, didn't they? In the Kroenke? No, that's the Belgium League Cup. Sorry, whatever the Polka Cup against obviously Leverkusen. So no trophies for Kane again, probably.
The meme is real, isn't it? The meme is real. Dorsch back in midfield alongside Warner for the Heidenheim team that will take on Bayern München. But yeah, there we go. There's that. At the top of the list, we've got Stuttgart against Union Berlin. This is the Stuttgart team on screen. Again, it's pretty full strength, isn't it? I think Chabot's back in. The right back kind of always changes, so I don't really know. Yeah, the right back from last week is now right mid, it looks like. So it's maybe a little bit of something going on here. Maybe missing a striker. Enzo Milo is now a bit higher up, so they've maybe just done a wee kind of sugar around there, as it were. This is the Union Berlin team. Nobody really to talk about there. Leverkusen against St. Pauli is a funny one. Wirtz is going to start up front. Alias Garcia's in the fold, which is music to my ears. And yeah, the rest of the team is pretty full strength. Grimaldo on for this one, etc. And St. Pauli, we've spoken about it before being kind of banana skinny, but Leverkusen at home have just beat Bayern. And this is a rotated Leverkusen team, so they should be pretty up and at it. Could this be one of the best games of the weekend?
I don't know, because we've seen St. Pauli be a bit of a banana skin for a few teams, haven't we? I'm not saying Leverkusen, aren't into steamroll, but it just wouldn't surprise me if there's, a goal or two conceded by Leverkusen, and Wirtz is probably still going to get a DA, and as is, Grimaldo probably, but I don't know, who are you actually picking out of here, really? You're basically just picking Wirtz, Xhaka, and Grimaldo, realistically, aren't you? If you had the pick of the bunch, I wouldn't be picking a 5, I don't think, because even Hradeki's a bit shaky as far as is he starting, is he not? I know it looks like he is here, but Kovar's played, and I don't know. I just don't like. It's just a weird vibe if you're looking at a 5. I think Tar could do 70 quite easily. But yeah, realistically, it's Grimaldo. And honestly, was it last weekend where it might be the weekend after before that where Vert and Grimaldo were like the only. It was the midweek when they were the only good. It was like 85, and everyone else was just orange, and it was just like, yeah, we could, you could tell that was going to happen, type of thing.
Aye, and that's the kind of thing I think most people expect when they look at these teams. It's just like, those are the only guys that do anything. Yeah. Sometimes you've got somebody that will just surprise you. I'm hoping Aliyesh is one of those players this week. Balkan Werder Bremen is on the screen. Sorry, Harry, on you go.
No. I was thinking about playing my Aliyesh.
I kind of have to if he's playing. It's like
super rare,
yeah. Got to stick him in. Frankfurt at home to Augsburg could be a good game this game week. Frankfurt, of course, slaying it all over the pitch. Rasmus Christensen coming back into right mid with this Nathaniel Brown right back. With this little left back popping off in a big way at the moment. Hugo Larsson, Götze still in the frame. Ekitike Marmoush up front. Like, there's a 5 here, I think.
Oh yeah,
a little bit midfield, but maybe midfield's a bit. But
yeah, Hugo Larsson can do it now and again. Shukri can as well. Hey, Bundesliga is going to be ridiculous this week, by the way. Like actually ridiculous scoring wise.
This is the Augsburg team they'll be facing. Labrovic, the other Schlotterbeck, and a few other familiar names and faces. Leipzig away to hosting Kiel. And I don't know if this is quite El Sacico, but definitely Marco Rosa, the Leipzig manager, is under a lot of pressure at the moment, doing so terribly in the Champions League, and now the league form's kind of a wee bit ropey. So big pressure on his shoulders. Bit of a change of shape also, it looks like.
Yeah, there's been a few funky things happening there. Like Sesko's been benched a few times, and obviously Travis Sand. Yeah, Seiwald at centre half. Just looking at that now.
Is that cheat code?
Well, he's not going to get the clean sheet regardless. But yeah, he could score well, couldn't he? With defensive action,
interceptions and passing off his face. Interesting one to watch out for. Vermeeren gets to start as well. Hosting Kiel on screen. Yeah, Bundesliga is going to be wild. Gladbach against Dortmund. Rocco Reitz should AA's face off. This is a game where you want Reitz to be tackling and hatcheting.
I think so, isn't it? Yeah. I've managed to not really find a nice place for him, to be honest, Quinny. I know you're going to be not gutted, but kicking me for that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, he should do well. He should, but I don't know.
You've seen Rami's form recently?
Ex-club.
And ex-club, yeah. You know, Rami at the moment, by the way. I was so close to buying him about 6 months ago or something and never bothered. You just think, maybe the scores won't actually come back. But in case you don't know, by the way, get to know Rami Bensebaini when he turns up.
Mate, how good was he in the FI days?
Yeah.
He was, 18 minutes ago, Perez will start in goal. Sorry, I was just scrolling on Twitter.
Love that.
Yeah, he's in.
Great, Harry. Perez over Neuer.
Wow, that throws a bit of a spanner in. I know we know, but...
I did a backup goalkeeper last week. A backup goalkeeper video last week, Harry. Before Moreno got his minutes, before Perez is going to get these minutes. And I think there was another one as well. I can't remember, but if you haven't checked that out, I've actually got a card to give away. I'll maybe give that away on Monday or something. But yeah, backup goalkeepers. Strategy's paying in everywhere. It feels like...
mate, there's more... Yeah, so many goalkeeper injuries this year. I think I said that last year as well, but this year feels the volume, the volume sort of increased on that big time.
Oh, but I think Brandt is actually going to play here for Dortmund. I think that might be the end of Sabitzer then, because he was here, but he's now been moved for Gross. And if Brandt is playing, then yeah, that's going to take Sabitzer out, I think. Nemeka seems to have a place in the midfield, which is nice for me to see, because I think he's a good player and stuff. But yeah, great catch on the chat here, Smooth Boy. Foden, Aki Akanji out. Harry Fletcher, again, great intel. Thanks very much. There's over 200 of you joining us across all the platforms, guys. Thanks to everyone that is tuning in. We're at the magic number of 67 right now, which is gorgeous. But do not forget to hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Do not forget to like, share, retweet, all that good stuff. As you can see from the ticker tape down below, all the lineup projections are powered by Predictorfy.com. If you want to go and get your own account sorted so you can go and check this out anytime you want, use code Quinny Harry at checkout. You support me and Harry Trades and the content we do here. And a big part of the show, obviously, is the live chat. So if you're scrolling the timeline, you're seeing some news, drop it in here. We're all about saving the DNPs from one another. The Sorare scouts and managers from around the world that tune in for the deadline show. So thanks very much. PSG are playing roulette with their goalkeeper. Nice. I heard Tennis might have a shout, by the way, because McBride, I don't know if you know this, Harry. Yeah. McBride won Safanov again.
I saw it. Yeah, I did. I did see that. What's the chances of that, by the way?
What are the chances of that? I bet.
Jesus Christ.
So as soon as he wins Safanov, you don't think you might be like, oh, cool, Safanov's back in, but then no, this weekend, oh, we might play tennis.
It's just like you just can't win, can you? Like actually can't win.
No, can't win for losing for sure. Wolfsburg team is on screen, and now is Mainz who they play each other. And last Bundesliga game we've got is Hoffenheim Freiburg, which again is kind of like a watered down version of Gladbach Dortmund. You know, where like both these teams will fight their face off and don't care about defending. To a different extent, of course. But yeah, here's the teams on screen. Tom Bischoff a bit deeper, Harry. Is this good?
Yeah, he's played there mostly all season, to be honest. He's had a few games in the 10, I think, but yeah, well, that's where he gets all his tackling. Mate, last weekend, I think he had 7 or 8 tackles given. Like, like not the sofa score ones, like the Sorare data ones. So yeah, no, I think that's probably where you probably won him. I think if you won those defensive actions, might be less, able to get the DAs. But if he's on set pieces, then that kind of makes up for it, I think, that way.
Fair. And that finishes with the Bundesliga. We'll rattle La Liga quickly. I'm just seeing the time. We want to be marching on with the old champ stuff. Celta Vigo at home to Mallorca. I know both of us lined up this game for maybe an Iago Aspas for anti-stack on the budget. Mallorca, where you want them is at home. You don't want to be at their place. This is the Celta Vigo team that is a wee bit, it's getting streets won't forget-ish. It's not too far off. It needs maybe a wee star midfielder in there. Decent wee lineup. And then this is a Mallorca team that they'll face.
Yes, it looks a good fixture for old Aspas, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like a game where he could get an 80.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Las Palmas, by the way, coming into their own a little bit at the moment. We've seen Fabio Silva all over the timeline these days. And also we know how good Isugo's been scoring. Marmal's back in the picture. It's been a while since we've seen him. And yeah, one or two others. I think McBurney was the cup hero midweek. They're at home to Valladolid. Team's on the screen now. Could be a decent one. I didn't know what to make of this from a Dani Olmo. Betis at home. Lo Celso's back. Midfield looks a bit weakened, but I don't know who this guy is. And Altamira's a youngster. Or a younger player, let's say. But
yeah, I think it's good enough. They've got to score a couple away to Betis. I think they might concede as well, Barca. But yeah, I think it's a decent fixture for an Olmo, I would say.
Could be okay. Eh? It's all about decisives with him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yamal, Rafinha, both want to start, it looks like. That's good news. Valencia at home to Vallecano. Valencia team on screen.
Feels fine enough, doesn't it?
Yeah. Against Rayo, still no James. The joke goes on. And then we've got Girona, Real Madrid. Now, this is giving me big deja vu from last year. At this time of the season, it was Real Madrid going to Montalive, Girona's place. And Girona were like neck and neck with Real Madrid in the league table. I don't know if you all remember that. And anyway, Real Madrid had their way with them. It was I think Bellingham got a goal and an assist. It was a big Bellingham match. And this is the Girona predicted team. They've been doing a little bit better in the last week or so, it must be said. But although Real Madrid have been kind of on the ropes, I think, they're probably just going to rinse them again. I think this is a good Bellingham fixture. It's kind of what I'm working up to here.
Yeah, I think there could be a few goals in this for Madrid. I mean, Mbappe missing penalties midweek. I'm surprised Jude didn't just take it off him again, because they must be getting so frustrated with Mbappe. I mean, he's obviously frustrated with himself as well, but yeah, something's not right there. I'm telling you, the voodoo's off. Something's going on, and yeah, Tchouaméni coming back helps a little bit. Hugo Larsson will be out.
Yeah,
appreciate the insight, Graham. Anyone else with any breaking news? Get it in the in the live chat. Helps us all out.
On screen now is the Leganés team, and I'm seeing Oscar Rodriguez starting again, by the way. And this is another old hero. And this is the team that he made his name at. And I've been kind of keeping an eye out on, hopefully, a super rare getting mad cheap, but it never really happened. And he's got a little bit of an L5 building. It's not even quite an L5, but I don't know. He's got a wee bit. Smashed the 100 last weekend. Had to be assist off the bench against Girona.
I remember when he first started breaking through, and the free kicks and stuff he was scoring was like incredible, wasn't it? It was like, wow, this kid, from Real Madrid, whatever. I really like him, and he's been scoring a few 80 pluses I've seen.
Yeah, so one to watch out for. Maybe they're at home to Sociedad, so not a former club. He's played almost for every team in this division. It feels like he's got so many cards, Oscar Rodriguez. But I don't think he's played for Sociedad, actually, as I think about it. But strong lineup here. I think you'd call this full strength for the most part. Depends on your opinion, I suppose, with some of them. But Sociedad still needing to get some points on the board. Athletic Club updated 40 minutes ago, hot off the presses. Still no Unai Simon, but it's at 60-40. So maybe just play him in our low priority team just in case he, does come on. Yeah. I'm doing that with Van der Voort this week, by the way, because I just think Van der Voort, this time of the year, maybe he could get a wee sneaky start somewhere. They are doing crap Leipzig. Why not change the keeper? So yeah, you could maybe do a wee thing like that with Simon. Full strength front four. They're playing Villarreal. And no Jerry Moreno. Papi Guy is back. Jeremy Pino, Baena starting. Juan Bernat.
Yeah. This could be a nice little clean sheet situation for Herrera, I think.
Yeah, he did really well. I seen his name coming up somewhere. Was it maybe Team of the Week or something last weekend? Again, one of my favourite kind of budget guys. He's just always good. But the thing with Osasuna is they do like to randomly rotate him. It's been a bit of a nightmare. You can't really find him on Sorare. I'm not going to look up his scores. It's not that important. You can check him out if you want. But then against Alaves, both those teams are on screen. And then we've got Atletico Madrid. This is rated a very good game this weekend for Atletico Madrid at home at Sevilla. Teams on screen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You just never know what 11's going to sort of come out of the hat, do you really? I know a few of them have been settled, but Griezmann had his time out of the squad, team, and kind of came back and flourished. But there's some big scores coming from Atletico recently. Your boy Llorente, and obviously Alvarez and Griezmann doing their bit as well. Rodrigo de Paul's always churning as well, and his son, baby Simeone.
Yeah, baby Simeone's got proper plaudits over the last week.
Yeah, this one's good, I think, isn't he? He's better than Giovanni, I think.
Ancelotti, David Alba's on the recovery trail, by the way.
Wow,
that's a player.
Yeah, that is very much needed right now.
We have Guerrero starting for Bayern at latest report in Padigo, and Nyland is dropped for Sevilla.
Wow.
Getafe Espanyol is the final La Liga game we've got here. I hope that's a 0-0. Do me nicely. Just going to rattle through France nice and quick as well. Leo Brest is on screen here. New midfielder coming into the fold here. Nagale Mukau or something. Watch out for him maybe against Brestois. Team is on screen. Auxerre PSG. Now PSG is one of the better ones for this game week. Auxerre going with the usual back five. PSG looks like Goncalo Ramos season is upon us. Barcola and Luis Enrique are maybe having a wee bit of friction. So maybe Desiree Doué gets to start there. That's 50-50 at the moment. So is Fabian Ruiz and Zaire Emery, 50-50 as well. Otherwise, the team kind of picks itself. It is expected to be Donnarumma, but Tenas is rated over Saf.
I don't know what is going on. But they've got midweek as well, so coming up. I don't know how much I read into that 70%.
It's dodgy AF, if you ask me. Monaco have got their star back four back together. This is the whole star team, in fact. I don't think there's any changes you would make to this. They're taking on Toulouse. That could be one of the sneaky games of the game week. A lot of guys in the Monaco team love to hit above 70,
Yeah. Big time.
Your boys Nice at home at Le Havre. Harry boy, you'll be rubbing your hands together.
You'd hope so. They had 12 fit players yesterday, Quinny, training. 12.
Wow.
I'm not even exaggerating. There was 12 fit players there. I don't know. I honestly don't know how this is going to go, to be honest. It's the best fixture on paper all season, but I just don't think they've got the players to do it. They're really missing their back four, basically, apart from Bombito. It's looking bleak. I'm still back in Bulka, hopefully clean sheet, but I don't know, mate. I really don't.
This team's a bit meh.
I mean, yeah. Andre Ayew, it's not great, Opari. But, mate, Nice are in a bad way. The enemy's stuck 4 on them.
Oh, wow. Who's the enemy?
Your enemy.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I know they were acting as well as if they beat the first team as well. They weren't
about
any of the rotations or nothing.
Well, I was listening to Open Goal and they were like, Slaney was like, "Oh yeah, Nice are like 5th in the league," and I was just like, "Well, I don't think they are, but also they played their second team basically, so
yeah, just pure naivety up here. Just look at it on the surface.
Look at the name and go, they're in Europe, they must be amazing, right?"
Yeah, that's it. This is the Angers team that are taking on Leon this game week. Angers on screen here is Leon. Cherky season. Malik Fafana, Lacazette, Veretout all starting.
Yeah, I think
Cherky
Benrahma's out. So
Benrahma out.
Yes.
Lons. Kushanov, our new favourite under-23 centre-back, is playing alongside Danso again. Facundo Medina and Frankowski. It's a nice back four they've got. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Fulgini. A few decent players here.
I bought that Adrian Thomason this week.
Teddy's on 90. Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Adrian Thomason? Nice.
Yeah, set pieces. He's looking pretty good. Nice little fixture run. 90 capable.
Good bit of form at Strasbourg. That's how I know his name. He was decent at Strasbourg for a minute.
Gets defensive, actions as well. Yeah, got him from the old instant bite.
Nantes at home to Rennes. Again, this is quite a well-rated game as far as Rennes goes this game week. Zizi, another one of those under-23 defenders. Rennes team is on screen. Michaela Fay, my boy, back into play again this game week. This should be good. Are you going to get a Jordan James, Harry? I want to ask you.
I've got one.
Got one already? Love it.
He smashed 25 AA last week, and I was like, you know what? That's enough for me. First start, Jordan James. 10 quid. Get him in. I've been waiting a long time for that card to be minted. He is very good. I mean, like,
very. I don't doubt it. Like Rennes.
Yeah, like bought him from Birmingham. Like Rennes don't buy a kid from Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's like, not Jude. Obviously, he's nowhere near Jude's level, but he's a very talented footballer. Can do anything.
I didn't think we would get into open goal slander on this show, but there you go.
Now. Let's not rip him too much. He's a nice guy.
Let's see about that. Gibbs White or Lamina? I think I'm taking Gibbs White. Although,
wait to United. That's tough. They're both away, but
that is tough. Opoku has reached a verbal agreement with St. Louis. Aaron Opoku. We just had Strasbourg Reims on screen, and we'll finish France with St. Etienne, Olympique Marseille. St. Etienne is on screen. All the usual players are there. And Marseille, there's somebody missing in this midfield, I think, or someone's different. But kind of the same team we've been seeing most weeks for them. And that's France. I think we just get Tilly to smash.
Yeah.
And again, I took Jan Sommer as my best of Europe goalkeeper. I just don't think there's any other option that's the same caliber as Big Jan. Parma are not scoring. Inter are at home. And again, we always see them win. They're just a force and a proper machine. This is the Parma team on screen. Suzuki could have a good game, by the way. Like, I don't think Inter definitely score 3, but they win.
Yeah, definitely.
Atalanta Milan, Magic Mike in the dust this week, I think. I'm probably shading him. Nice team for Atalanta. A lot of these guys are on form. CDK, Lookman, Retigui is becoming a bit of a trident at the moment. And Milan, again, looking pretty handy for the most part, but this will be a tough game.
Oh, yeah. Won't be easy at all.
Genoa Torino's on screen at the moment. Could be a good one for Torino. I was quite close to picking Vanya for my goalkeeper because I don't think Genoa score more than 1. So it's just about keeping it to 0. Juve Bologna, 29 minutes ago, the Juve team was updated. I don't know what it could be, but this is the team on screen. Danilo back in the fold. Conceição, maybe it's him back in the fold now. And otherwise, I think this has been kind of consistent for a week or so. Bologna, Lewis Ferguson's back, 50-50. On you go, Harry.
No, I was going to. What's the script with the keepers with Bologna?
Skripski's on 80.
Interesting.
Roma at home to Lecce. This looks like a good game on the fixture calendar as well on the matchup rating. Nice back three. Love the fullbacks. Centre mids are boss. And then it's just the front three. Like, I know they're all... El Shawari, can't believe he still plays, I seen Junichi Inamoto retired this week. Do you remember him, Harry?
No, I'm on about Nakamura used to play for Celtic, didn't he? I'm not on about that guy.
Junichi Inamoto.
Inamoto. I remember the name, but I couldn't tell you. Did he play for Roma, I guess?
No, it's just because El Shawari's so old. It made me think of Inamoto. But he played. He was signed by Arsene Wenger. Never really got a game at Arsenal, but he played for a bit at Fulham, and then he just kind of went around everywhere. But he was we Japanese guy retired at 46 this week.
Wow.
And just missing El Shawari, I thought he can't be far off that.
Yeah, I remember being in like IT class, okay, as a kid, and El Sharawi was like the boy. Like I'd just be on YouTube watching clips of him. And if anyone remembers, you might know him, Hakeem Mastour. Do you remember him? He was like the Milan wonder kid from Morocco. And he was Hakeem Mastour, his name is. And he's like completely fallen off a cliff at this point. But like he was like 16 at this point. Guarantee you someone in the chat will know what I'm on about. But he was like,
I maybe need to see his
dynamite.
name to remember it. But
yeah, he looked like looked like Neymar. He had like, you know, shaven side, bit of a mohawk, fancied himself big time as a player. There he is. Marky knows him. Hakeem Mastour, yeah.
I don't remember that name. I must confess.
Mate. He like literally fell off the face of the earth, similar to like Itaran for the the PSG lad. Yeah. Although he's back, he actually scored in last weekend.
Wow,
plays for Walwick, I think.
Walwick, fair play. Fiorentina Cagliari is on screen at the moment. De Gea's in, for anyone that was wondering. I think the rest of the team kind of is quite forecastable at the moment against Cagliari. Team's on screen there. And I'll just finish off Italy rapid. Hellas Verona Empoli. Tengsted starts this one. Just try to see anything else interesting. Liam Henderson is in again for Empoli. And a few other. The way Empoli team's got some players in it. Venezia Como. Teams are on screen. Only playing one Busio this week. Venezia, it's awfully good of them. Just playing the one. Stankovic and Golpo and Japalo up front. Como. Straveza's in the building, Harry. And yeah, it's kind of Pepe Reina's in the building.
Yeah, I think he started a couple. I'm sure I've seen him on the Sorare pick scores or something and popped up.
Napoli Lazio is a big one. I know Napoli defenses are in vogue at the moment. And this will be a kind of test for them. You know, like I don't know if any of them will score bad necessarily, but it's maybe not a peak match for one or two of them. Full strength team, you must say, here for Napoli. And Lazio, Lazio can cause anyone bother. The top of Serie A at the moment is as tight as a duck's arse, as we say here. So it could go either way, really. Hopefully for the Napoli stackers, it's a low-scoring game, I suspect. But no Tavares for Lazio, actually. He's on a 45-55 here with Luca Pellegrini for left-back. Yeah, it could go either way, I suppose.
Football Index boy, isn't he? Luca Pellegrini, wow.
Yeah.
I used to like him a lot.
Last one is Monza Udinese. Monza's on screen here. And Udinese, good for a clean sheet in my book for this little fixture period. Tovan as well in the building. And anyone else of interest? Bijol, the defender, maybe a wee bit. And that is Champ.
Champ done and dusted.
Is this the last game in Brazil?
Don't know. Could be, yeah.
I think it is.
It's either this or one more, but I think you're right. It could be the last dance for Brazilian League. Hulk on at 90. Did you see Estavio's got the most goal contributions this season? 17 years old.
Wow. The guy got to Chelsea?
Yeah. I'm telling you, he scored a free kick in the midweek. Oh my God. Lad's like actually going to be ridiculous. Like so good. Big Memphis. Have you loaded him up this week?
Yeah, I'm just putting him in cap 260. So
nice.
I played him midweek, and what was it we had midweek? It's a special.
What did we have?
Anti-stack? No, it wasn't anti-stack.
No. Special. Yeah.
I just basically put the same team into 260 this week. Essentially. But yeah, one or two changes.
Makes sense. Okay, PSV. Lots of 50s and 60s, which is not ideal, apart from, Buscagli and Flamingo and the keeper.
Just want to say quickly, Harry, on Brazil, Botafogo and Palmeiras are going for the title. And Botafogo just won the Champions League. Thiago Almada, by the way, is... I don't know how well he's been doing and all the rest of it, but he's doing his reputation. No harm at all.
Yeah. No, I know. He's just a serial winner, isn't he? Fair play to him. Like, obviously, World Cup and this. Did you see I don't know if it was the CEO or whatever of Botafogo, but he basically came out and said, like, I found out about Almada on Twitter. Like, all the Twitter hype about him. Like, that's literally how they bought him.
Nice.
Well, I know it was Leon or whatever, wasn't it? But yeah, Stavio, Andres Santos at Chelsea next season. Unbelievable.
Who did they sell to get them in the team?
Well, yeah, I don't know how you fit them all in, honestly. Tough. Really tough.
Any hot takes from Holland this week, Harry? You got it right with Sonte Hansen last week. and a few
Got
other
the
ones.
Sunday Hansen one right. Jacob Brown, my boy, scored 2 away to Twente last week. I didn't back him as much as I should have, but home to NEC. I mean, you've got to think it looks pretty decent. A couple of these boys are good though. There's Edvardsen, Atman. They'll throw the game. Brazil's corrupt as hell, so I wouldn't surprise me.
Mate, I can see it. Totally
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Just
Not
play
at
the B
all.
team.
Literally.
Get 3 guys sent off in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, 2 sending offs. Fight. I crafted this Mohamed Nassoa
nice.
midweek as like a tier 5 plus. He's actually all right, to be fair. He's scored 80 once this season, but the rest of it's just all AA. Hopefully, Bass continues his start in the streak. This guy's a really good player, Leo Sauer. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's on loan from Feyenoord. Really good player. It's like Slovakian international.
Nice.
Really, really good. Feyenoord away to Warwick. Feyenoord struggled last week. I think they ended up winning. I could be wrong, but this lad's really good. Shout out to Cameron from my Discord. Has been doing a lot of Eredivisie scouting. And this Moose is coming up really nicely. Lots of duels won and contest won and all that fun stuff.
Nice.
Gus Smell at 90%. Interesting.
New face at right back there as well.
Yeah, Latomba's out injured for the whole rest of the season. Something so. I don't know much about him. Read.
This is a fun one from Shoshix as well. Almada and Cherky at Leon.
Yeah. I mean, Cherky's going to go, isn't he? They've got to sell him.
And Jan?
Well, maybe not in Jan. Fair. Yeah. Good point. That could be fun, though. That's Street won't forget type of combinations, isn't it?
It's like Mascherano and Tevez at West Ham, isn't it?
Yeah, when they just relegated when United. Sorry if there's any Sheffield fans. I know that's a sore one, but they were unbelievable when they got to West Ham.
Yeah.
I remember just watching Match of the Day and just Tevez would just score a free kick every week, and I'd just be like, I'm in love with this guy. Like, I just love him. He's class.
Those were the first players for me that really went from being computer game players to real football players. If you know what I mean, like you're talking about, the guys you were just mentioning there.
Yeah.
There was always those guys in computer games, but they never made it. You know what I mean? Really. Yeah. And those were the first guys for me that were like, wow, they're actually real football players. They're actually good,
they're really good. Yeah.
Not just a bad cheat code on FM.
That's hilarious.
Firing through Holland here. On the note of FM, by the way, I've been playing MFL this season. I mentioned it on the Deadline show, of course. There's a link in the description of the stream if you want to start playing. Registration for Season 2 opens in 10 days, and Season 2 kicks off on Christmas Day, which will fly in between now and then. So if you've been looking to play the game, look to get involved, it's definitely a good opportunity. The market itself has kind of calmed down after the mid-season transfer window kind of forays went on, and getting some starter players and all the rest of it is maybe a wee bit easier than it was a week ago or so. But a video on the channel giving you an update on my progress and how the game's going, the season's going for FC Barcelona and all that good stuff. If you do click on that link, you support me and the stream here and all the content and everything. So I thank you in advance. And if you get stuck, if you need any help, just reach out and we'll help you out as best we can. But yeah, felt appropriate to mention it at that point. So thanks. Don't forget to hit the like button.
How've your results been on MFL?
I had a 4-each draw last night. I'm fourth and the person was third. And honestly, I was pulling my hair out at some of the chances that were missed. But there's like 5 games left. And I don't know, winning the league is maybe a wee bit out of reach for me. It's not impossible, but top 3 gets promoted. Firmly getting my sights on that.
Big game in the championship, Burnley Middlesbrough.
That's a big one.
Leeds Derby.
I think Derby are quite low in the table, aren't they? I think Rodon looked good on my lineup building this game week. Yeah,
they're struggling big time. Wednesday, Preston. Lots of northern sort of games in the championship, even though Derby's not that northern, but Stoke, Sunderland, Cardiff, Watford. Mark my words, Ruben Colwill will be a Premier League footballer at some point in the next 18 months, I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah. Tell us more. What's he about?
6'4", number 10. Just unbelievably technically, but just lacking that tenacity and like legs to be Like Bellamy doesn't like him basically because he just doesn't like running. He's massive. He's literally 6'4". He's a big boy, and he's not like thin. He's not fat. He's not like John Parkin, but he's like a good, a thick set. And he's man, I'm telling you, technically, he is just unbelievable.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about him. He's not even that young. He's like 22, so he's not even that young. It's just he hasn't really been given a chance at Cardiff. He's been there since he was a kid, but a really good player though. Imran Loser. Wow.
Yeah. Fakun Bayo up front.
Your boy.
Yeah.
Owen Beck might be playing left wing again. He played left wing, I think, last weekend against Leeds. I could be wrong, or the week before.
Pandur.
Big Panda's done well all season, I think. Luton Swans. Millwall Cov. We don't normally do champ, but why not? Why not get it done? Now we have the Burnley license, Quinny.
Yeah. Just there's a bunch of players that land in here, in random places.
Yeah.
So.
Scott Twine's back from injury. Matt Ritchie's at Portsmouth. Wow.
That is yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Madsen.
What's happened to Dembele there, if anyone knows QPR?
He's injured. He's got a bad injury, I think. Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I know. Norwich away. I didn't realise Forsen plays for them, the Salzburg lad.
Oh, yeah. Didn't know that either.
Borges signs, by the way. He is really, really coming into his own. Sold his super rare prematurely. Shock. Happens.
Guys, come on. We're going to get level ups in our boxes. Your captain is going to DNP. We need to smash through 100 likes. We're not quite there on YouTube yet. If you're on Twitter, Twitch, and these other places, make sure to like, share, retweet, all that good stuff, of course. But over 200 of you on YouTube. So thanks to everyone that is tuning in for the show today. It means a lot. But hit the like button. All it does is it lets YouTube know we're having a great time here and it's a good show. Get into the live chat, let us know what you're up to for this game week. And if you have any intel coming on the timeline, get it shared in here so we can avoid those DNPs. In case you don't know this already, Sorare own and control the internet. They love the content me and Harry do. They think me and Harry are stand-up guys. And they want to see if you're here, they know you're here. They want to see if you're here, you're supporting the content by smashing that like button. Of course, I'm sure none of these are already, but if you haven't been on Harry's channel, it's linked in the description. Of course, click that, jump over there, hit subscribe, like, share, retweet, all that good stuff. But yeah, if Sorare see you don't do that, they get angry. And see those boxes, power-ups, market credits that you don't want when you're wanting something else, captains, the DNPs, that goalkeeper you're 50-50 on, he's going to get injured. You know, they've just got a way of doing these things to you. So help you, help us, help everyone. Smash the like button.
And the leg played last night in the Cup against Westerlo, I believe.
Yeah, I guess
it's like he
this
scored
looks
it
like a
last
good
night
fixture for anti-stack. If you were to anti-stack Anderlecht, who would you take from it?
It's tough because you could take and die if you need a defender. You could take Dahlberg if you need a forward, I would say, and then Strokens I think has forward and mid cards maybe, or maybe just mid. But like you want to say Dreyer, but he hasn't been on it recently either. I think I'm going Dahlberg to just score like 3 or 4, not 4, but like a couple of DAs. It's either him or and die, I'd say. What about you?
I think the Ndai guy. If I was to pick one for an extra spot, I was just keeping up with the chat there, sorry. But yeah, I think I would go with that Ndai guy. I couldn't believe his chart when I seen it. It's like, Jesus, where did this guy come from?
He kind of popped off like a year ago or so, but he's had injuries and like he's always been on my radar. But yeah, the last couple of games, it's been like 90.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wild. So, MLS Cup final. Quinny.
Ooh, the big one.
Told you the Red Bulls. They are a horrible bunch to play against.
I was going to say, you told me what about the Red Bulls?
I told you they were going to turn them over.
But Columbus? Yeah, fair.
Yeah, well, and last weekend.
Yeah.
Remember, away to Orlando. You were saying
Orlando, sorry. Yeah.
And I said, I don't know.
Could mug them off.
Mate, the Red Bulls are just horrible to play against. I'm telling you.
This could be the time they win it because it would just be like the Red Bulls to win it when they've not got like Henry and stuff like that, when they're actually just like this kind of spawny team. They've not even got like, who else have they had through the ranks over the years? They've had some decent players that are kind of falling at the back of my head right now. But
what was the Italian lad? Giovinco?
No, he was Toronto. He won MLS Cup.
Yeah.
But Red Bulls have only ever won Supporter Shield before.
Mm.
And NYC won MLS Cup a few years ago, which is why that was a bit of a big win for NYC, because Red Bulls have never done that, So, but the Galaxy, so if Red Bulls do it, I wouldn't be surprised it'd be pure spawny, because the Galaxy should wipe them. Obviously no Puig, but it would just be spawny Red Bull to do it on this type of game.
It really would. I mean, it's advantage Red Bulls for me now. Puig's out. Like I know they've still got Peck and whoever else, but mate, he makes them tick. Like, let's be real.
He's
like,
a linchpin, isn't he?
Yeah, like you can't. Like, I think you'd probably prefer Peck to be injured in a weird way if you were to pick one.
Yeah. Sure, because Pansel and Ovelich can still score for you.
Yeah, like you've still got legs up there and stuff, and I just think, Puig is just the glue, isn't he? And it's a massive miss, man. I'm telling you, I like you said, I would not be surprised if Red Bulls turn them over.
Let's hope for
one-off game,
For the sake of humanity, let's hope not. Marco Reus to rule the final, maybe.
Potentially.
LA loves a headline.
Fabio Vieira.
Is it no sport?
No, they played last night.
Oh.
They won 2-1, I think. I'll rattle through Turkey. We've got a big one in Turkey, though, coming up. Besiktas. Fener.
Oh, yeah.
Dusan Tadic getting me a fourth place last weekend. Very thankful to him.
Buzz.
Backing him again this weekend, even though it's a tough game, but I still think Fener could roll him over here. Besiktas haven't been that good recently. I think they've been slipping up a lot, conceding quite a few. Yeah.
Top of the table clash. Did you hear Jose Mourinho fighting back on Pep's comments?
No. What did he say?
So somebody said last week to Pep, like, people are saying you're acting like Jose Mourinho, given the whole 6.
Yeah.
Pep kind of like excused himself for it, and he said, the difference between me and Jose is I've won 6 and he's won 3.
Oh.
That's what Pep said. And the comment I seen today from Jose, when it was posed to him, was he said, I won my 3 cleanly. I'd hate to win 6 and have 150 lawsuits against me or something like that.
I won them clean.
That rivalry will never die, will it?
Oh, no. No, I love it.
Probably the best managerial rivalry ever for me.
Probably, yeah.
Real Madrid, Jose, Pep, Barca.
Yeah. I used to love that like, as much as I love Messi and like that sort of Brazil Barca contingency, like that, Mourinho's Madrid was just incredible. Like your Ozils, and then Bale obviously ended up going, and I don't know. They were both they were both unbelievable. It feels like, it's not the same, is it? Let's be real. Like, it's just not.
Nah. It's definitely lost a bit of venom.
All right, that's Chal out the way.
On to Contender. Now, a lot of people think the anti-stack players are coming out of Contender, which there's some merit in, but...
Yeah. I mean, you've got to think that they are in a few places, like your Fitzes and, some players like that, Mika Brief maybe, from Austria. Obviously, Barker will get to. Yeah, you could probably make you would be able to make a very good anti-stack from Contender, Zenit, Celtic.
There's a few decent ones. I think Rangers are probably one of the best games on paper in this region.
Really?
Ross County. Yeah, like we just beat Ross County 5-0. Rangers earlier this season beat them 6-0. Wow. Rangers earlier this season were worse than they are now, so I know it's away and stuff. But Ross Laidlaw, the Ross County goalkeeper, is actually injured now as well.
Ooh. Yeah.
So backup keeper for them. So I think the Rangers game's maybe sneakily undervalued because it's away.
No Batarina.
Perkovic is back.
Well, the defender.
Yeah.
He's pretty handy, he is. Sego, my Split Gorica.
Now, Jal Concalves, we don't talk about Mourinho's Porto on this channel. Sorry, it's off limits.
This looks a good fixture, but I just can't trust Rijeka right now. To be honest.
Graham fighting the corner for Pep here. The Chelsea money wasn't clean. Fair,
True.
I suppose. Yeah, fair.
True. Yeah, there's cleaner money, put it that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot cleaner.
I wouldn't touch Ross County even if they are at home. I wouldn't think Rangers don't smash them to bits.
What's the weather like up Ross County
Freezing.
way?
I don't know about up there, but down here it's freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Like real freezing. And yeah, I was live last night with McBride Ace on Celtic here. We did the full kind of debrief on the Aberdeen game and looking ahead to Hibs, trying to predict the team. And we had good fun with that. The video, I kind of chopped, what I normally do, because we do that stream on a Thursday, is Friday morning. I normally just chop the section that's looking ahead to the weekend and release it on Friday as a video. So if you did want to check that out, that's always there for you. Celtics are here. All one word on YouTube. You'll find it. You'll see me and McBride there. You can't miss it. Guys, we're 5 likes off 100. Come on. So they are watching. They know. You think the site's crashing? That's an accident? Guys, come on. Come on here. Wake up. Smell the coffee.
Yeah.
Once we get to 100 likes, the site will start working again. So they know what the script is.
Something for you this week? Sorry, mate.
Might actually get cancelled apparently due to the weather. Maybe watch out for that. So fair enough.
Wow.
But yeah, fair. Smooth boy here. One classic spot. Div captain Hummels, Kim, Schlotterbeck, Dux, Shaka. That's a bit tough. Don't think any of them
Kim.
You take Kim, I'd maybe take Schlotterbeck.
If it was at home, I'd be a bit more. I just think Kim walks to like 80, doesn't he? Comfortably. You've got to think, haven't you? I don't know.
I think Schlotto just loves a decisive and he can get similar to AA.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't disagree. Schlotter's the man.
Somebody's been lying on the poll. You can say that again. KC. Oh, we're up to 102 likes now. It's caught up. There we go. Consciences are clean. Well done, guys. Thanks very much. I've smashed through it. I actually got plenty of time, Harry. I felt I did quite a long job on Champion. I was a bit worried for time, but we've absolutely caught right up.
Yeah, we're looking good. I like being done by like half past, and then we can kind of, sort of decide what we need to do after that lineup wise, and if any breaking news happens, we can react quite comfortably.
Kieran M, our man on the streets of Dingwall, is telling us that. I don't think actually, I'm just saying that, but.
Ooh, Hornby. Is he in?
He's in. Nah, I've got him in a team somewhere. Came back last week, didn't do too good.
Yeah.
I think they lost, but so he got like 5 all around or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm kind of nervous this weekend. I want Nanty-Stack to do well. I want Celtic to do well, obviously, but there's so much going on with the game week. Look at that Spartak team.
Barco season, isn't it?
Yeah. Zenit as well. Great fixture.
Yeah, Jesus. Take your pick. Lushenikov, Wendell's back. Dougie. Biggest crime in Sorare history, not minting Claudinho.
Yep, totally.
Just
missed out. I think there was a chance he could have maybe got his picture on a card and slapped it out.
He should have.
But it was a really small window, and it was like, and then all the stuff's happened and whatever. But yeah, that's a big miss. Right, we're in Scotland. Aberdeen, good game, by the way, at home at St Johnstone. Ran us close in midweek, and we'll definitely be on the bounce back. Surprised we don't have Clarkson on to start there, but fair enough.
Yeah. Duke's been coming in recently, though, hasn't he? Doing pretty well. I've seen a bit of AA from him and maybe a DA somewhere. St Johnstone.
Josh Shane goals.
Yeah, I actually bought one yesterday for the Road to Glory.
Nice.
Got one in. Sold my Layson. Junior Hoyler to spoil the party. Ex-Cardiff. I can see it now.
Oh, KDB, the cheat code. I can see that. Junior Hoylett. So I think Junior Hoylett, he played well against us last year. Like, he really went for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did anyway. Might have been against them, but I remember him getting a headline or two. I guess Alistair Johnson. That's Canada on Canada.
True. Good point. Yeah, I like that.
AJ's going to have him on
class, though.
lockdown.
Yeah, he will. You'll lock him down.
And this is a team, me and, I don't know, McCowan and Hatate for me is a wee bit coin tossy still. But this is a team me and McBride basically worked through on the stream. I think this will be the way it goes. It's tough to call.
Because Engels didn't start midweek, did he? Am I right in saying?
Yeah, he got the last 5 minutes or something. 2 minutes maybe.
Listening to Open Goal and stuff, they seem to think, obviously, McGregor's locked, but they're having Bernardo big time over Engels.
Yeah, what everyone misses.
Just in general, you know.
Yeah, see Bernardo, like in Scottish football, like because he's always like in amongst it.
Yeah,
everyone
he's tenacious and
everyone thinks he's brilliant, but he can't. Engels has got better kind of forward passing, and against Hibs at home, and it depends who he's really want to play against Zagreb. You know, so there's a wee bit. It's a wee bit of spinning plates on the go. It's hard to read, but I think this is as good a guess towards the team as you could get. No way for me. Vickers plays 3 games in a week, especially with Zagreb being on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Maeda's played every game since international break, so maybe feasible he misses this one. And yeah, I think most of the other ones, I say we talk through it in good detail. It's a 20-minute, 25-minute show. If anybody's want to check it out, you probably not get time to watch it all now, but in general, watch out for that on Celtic here. But Scales back in for Vickers feels appropriate. Taylor for Valley. And so last week, Kuhn never got a minute. And Maeda and Forrest started. So this week, I think Forrest and Kuhn starting. You know, it's like a nice kind of mirror image, and you're getting a guy the rest while playing somebody strong, you know. So I think this will be the team the way it rolls. This is how I've picked my teams on the basis of this, really.
No, that makes sense.
Do you prioritize anti-stack or classic champ Prem D1?
Probably, well, depends who the players are, to be honest. But I'd probably say anti-stack. Like if you fancy him to do 80 pluses, then you'd rather it probably be an anti-stack, I think.
Yeah. Good luck doing your lineup. Site is on the ropes, guys. We've hit 104 likes. I think it's because there's over 200 of you. Sorry, I want us to get the likes up a little bit more. I'm not too sure what our record is, but it's probably what they're after. They're probably after some sort of record. So if you have not hit the like button on YouTube yet, do your part, support the cause, get the website back up and running. Sorry, I'll put the plug back in once we hit a big number of likes. I don't know what, but we're at 104. Let's even go for 118. Feels like a funny number to say. So let's go for 118. Can we get to that? Get the site back on. And export button. Yeah, all you guys are just talking about updates and stuff. Can they delay the deadline? I'm probably going to say no, by the way.
Probably not. I haven't even got my teams in yet, so I'm worried.
Deadline drama for Harry this time. Let's finish Scotland.
I need to export, but if Sorare's down, then I can't export.
Yeah. Dundee United Kelly on screen there.
I've brought a couple of Dundee boys in.
Yeah. Ferry's got good stats. I think he takes sets, doesn't he?
Yeah. The other guy, this guy plays, he's got a defender card, Savage, but he plays centre mid.
That's good.
Yeah. Hearts Dundee.
Good one for Hearts, maybe. Dundee are no pushovers, but could be a good one for them to get their season going domestically.
Does Shankland get his season going?
Yeah. Like, it's long overdue at this point, isn't it?
Yeah.
St Mirren Motherwell.
Balcomi loves the DA, doesn't he?
Aye, he does, mate. It's L4 is wild.
It's mental. Just like assist, penalty, you saves. Assist, penalty, mental.
It's a DA magnet.
And there it is. The 100%.
Only player in the game.
I can't wait for the day DMP.
Lennon Miller. Got to love it.
What a man.
Alongside your favourite podcast co-host.
Yeah. Halliday. He's all right. He's a nice
all right.
guy.
It's good because he's an active player. It's just always interesting.
Yeah, I just like getting his insight and stuff. I don't think he's funny or anything. He's just a nice guy.
And that's an SO5 team they're picking now all of a sudden, isn't it?
Hadji, Cherney, yeah. Raskin's coming. Yeah, I like it.
So there's a stack there.
That's basically it, unless anyone wants any requests. Quinny, if you don't mind.
I'll handle requests.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can export my lineups quickly, and then we can get back to
Let's see your
business.
deadline drama, Harry. Let's see if you can do it. Walk us through it. Does it work?
Yeah, let's see if it works. Let's see if it works.
Tobias is trying to save you here. Don't rely on export.
It's too late. The reliance is happening. Okay, is everything? Let me just have one check through, and then I'll give it. I need to do training.
Oh, this is good. Seeing the shoe on the other foot. All my training's done. All my teams are done.
Right. So the rumor on the street is actually I need to do a few things. I think I'm going to go Coleman over Memphis Depay. Quinny, how does that make you feel?
Not bad. It's last game of the season. Corinthians aren't playing for anything.
Yeah.
You know, so like Coleman sat. You're after a guy. You're after a forward that gets 10 to 20 AA. That gets one decisive. Like that's all you're after.
And it does complete the honeycomb.
Ooh, red as well.
Yeah. Let's see if that works. Does that save? Oh, it's not saving.
Sorare support literally just sent out a message saying, "Do not rely on export, Harry boy." Deadline drama. Get building, isn't it? Get building,
I'm like
Harry
fucking
boy.
Bob the Builder.
And it's not me this week. It's not me this week.
Should I just try? I might as well try it though. Surely. Wait. I mean, you've got half an hour. If it doesn't work, that's fine. But
deadline moved.
No way. I'm in the clear. I'm in the clear. Is it actually deadline moved?
So do we just stream for another 3 hours then?
I mean, I don't mind.
So what we do? Do we say until 5 o'clock?
Let's see if I can actually put teams in.
Cameron was right on it. Are we staying here till 5 o'clock? Are we going to go back through all the team news again? Will we watch all the press conferences as they happen?
That's funny.
Well, that's a wee bit of a weight off, by the way. Like, get to hear the press conferences, chill out a wee bit, maybe. But it takes a wee bit of the wind out the sails of the deadline show. Yeah. 2:30 now, so 2.5 hours.
Oh, they've extended it that much?
Yeah.
Oh, I can sit back and relax. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee.
Might actually get some news now. Now, guys, if this works out well, we need to wildly praise them for doing it and get them to change it, because 5 is better, like way better. You know, we can we can digest all the press conference stuff. We then might even have the ability on this show to like actually just give you stuff and show you this is what was said earlier today, you know, and be a bit more professional about it. So, guys, if this works out well, be sure to petition for it. That's it. That's the word I was looking for, as well as praise them. So, I want to keep them sweet. That means no 100%. More 2 hour. That means 2 more streamers. Yeah, I don't know if we could do another 2 hours. I love Harry. I love you guys, but after 2 hours, I kind of. Yeah, my battery's run out. My battery's run out. I was on for 3 hours last night, and probably the same for you.
I can do. I've done a 4-hour stream quite comfortably a few times, but yeah, it wouldn't be easy, would it?
Yeah, especially since we've done all the material in terms of all the predicted lineups. Kind of hash bash. Could be the best change in ages. Let's see. They can now do the later deadline as K-League is now done. Graham, great shout.
Yeah. I was just seeing if a little refresh, if the export button works. Oh, it's a ball ache, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah, I think the only change. I'll put my teams on the screen for a second then, just to fill the time with it. So best of Europe you've seen it earlier. Anti-stack, you've seen it earlier. Red and white, kind of not quite all honeycomb for me on that one. Cap 260 is kind of the repeat of the midweek. Now, Harry, actually, I'll talk to you about this in chat. Let me know your thoughts, right? Because right now, I've got 14 boxes sitting, chilling in my factory. Or, my factory, I guess we're calling it. And this game week, I've got another 3 boxes and a card coming my way before this weekend. Do I open some stuff tonight when we go live for Go Fuck Friday night, or do we have a mammoth Tuesday before? Oh no, actually I can't. This is the thing, because Tuesday is Celtic Zagreb, and I'm going to be at like a live thing for it. So it's, do I open stuff this Friday or next Friday? And next Friday will be off the back of this weekend and Champions League stuff. I'm leaning towards next Friday, but I'll be interested to see what you think, Harry, and the chat, of course.
Yeah, maybe a mammoth next Friday sounds pretty fun, I would say.
So I've got it. Yeah. So let's see what the chat thinks. A mammoth Friday feels good to me. I've kept Tati in this, I suppose, just in case he does play. Maybe swap him out. I'm going for D4 with the Valencia stack. We've got Aaron Barrow in defence. D3 with the Spain guys and super rare. Super rares are all kind of okay this week, actually. Just need to see how well they score. Sabitzer's maybe a wee bit dodgy now.
Mate, so dated. I don't even remember my teams. I do. I know most of them, but maybe I can get them on the app.
Yeah, that might be a good wee workaround. We showed the champ teams earlier. They're all good. I brought a Bruno Guimaraes in, which has long been on my shopping list in that Napoli collection. So great to get that in for 30 quid. Thought that was a bit of a bargain. And he'll have a nice wee debut in Division 2 Classic for me. We've got the foundation lineup going out. We've got the Kawasaki pair of Yaman and Tanaka, bolstered by Bernabe captain, last game of the season in Brazil. And then Doak, the Dokester, away to Burnley. So let's see how he does against CJ Egan Riley. I know all you guys are loving. And Harry Boy, I've got 3 classic Div 1 entries, 2 in-season entries in Div 1 and Contender. So I'm really going all out for it. The big team's got Berardi and Shaqiri in it, along with Trusty and Kuhn. I just think they're quite nailed. I'm probably not going to click on that, so from me to the top of this screen again. The other Div 1 team I've went with classic AJ, Ida, Wanizek, McGrath playing St Johnstone could do good, and Balcombe, like you say, the decisive magnet. I've got a Kyogo in here because I think between Ida and Kyogo, they're going to share the 90. I've actually got 2 Kyogos in there. It's because I was nervous about Dyson, maybe getting the Kuhn treatment from last weekend. So I've put both of them in. Maybe I put Falcao in one of them. I wonder if Falcao's... Do we get Colombia projections? I'm not sure we do we?
Probably not, no.
They show up, but there's no actually anything in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do about that. Maybe another forward is needed. And then what I started doing, Harry, by the way, this is something I'll be talking about in more detail in a video shortly, right? Is I'm very close to having like 4, I pretty much do have like 4 full Celtic stacks or collections over the years. And I think, like, if you look at this, I've actually got so many possible, and I know some of them won't start and stuff, right? But I can actually play 3 in-season limited teams with scraps, and I can play 3 classic limited teams with scraps. Oh, a Jetty. Maybe I've put a Jetty in. So I'll be playing a wee bit of limited with a bunch of rares. I maybe need some limited goalkeepers and then just throw scraps and loose ends into these things and just maybe see if they can pull anything for me. But nice wee kind of collection development, I think I've kind of stumbled myself into, just with the depth that's there, and rather than stick them in training, just put them in limited kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, this is a nightmare here. I don't even remember. Like, I know most of my teams, but I don't know them all.
Panic stations for Harry Boy. I'll put your screen back on if you want.
Well, I could just build on Sorare if you want to watch that.
But yeah, I think all these teams kind of half picked themselves. I'm just actually, maybe I put Falcao and a Jetty in for the 2 Kyogos. And I think I need to leave 1 Kyogo. Oh, this is actually a team I'm really happy with. Look at this, Harry. I've got 4 Celtic cards, all 1 season different.
That's fun. D1 as well. That is really nice.
That's cool, isn't it? So I kind of don't want to change that. But maybe I'll change this Kyogo. But that's my first team. Did I maybe put Jacko into that? Do you know, I'm gonna go back. I'm actually just gonna put Maeda into this in case Maeda, like, in case it's a D1, but I've only got D1s. Or did I just, I don't know. So I was going to go with Kyogo, and it's like, if Kyogo starts, fine. If he comes off the bench, fine. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with it because Dyson starts. Dyson could get 0. Might just get totally benched. So there's lots of other subs and rotation and stuff to make. So yeah, let's just stick with Kyogo, Ida. Let's just stick with that. Here's Harry. Deadline dramming it up.
Who was my mid? It was Diop, wasn't it?
SR Monkey, good to see you, mate. Yeah, Kyogo did DNP against Ross County. When was the last time Dyson DNP'd for us?
Okay, SD's back.
Nice.
I think we're cooking. Oh, Bologna plays tonight. Oh, that is scary. Oh, I didn't need that.
Boyson, cheering on the little guy in the chat. Unlucky. Trying to get the big accounts that rely on the export button to miss the mark on this one. But yeah, Harry's scrambling against the tide here. That's a good team.
Yeah, I've got my lineups up now on SD, so smooth sailing from here. Yeah, I do like the look of this. Even though Laird's probably cursed Struikers by buying him, I do have to give him the armbands.
Yeah, the Laird's touch in full effect here.
Yeah.
Falcao's got the scoring touch, by the way.
I can't catch a break with keepers, by the way. I just get loads of injuries.
Yeah, goalkeepers have been all over it. I've actually locked myself into one or two, like you seen with the Foster and whatever. I think I'm going to move Falcao into a team just to be. Do we have Giakoumakis on? Cruz Azul. No, Giakoumakis isn't on. Jesus, I missed it. Panic. So I'll maybe swap Jacko for Falcao. Falcao's on to start this apparently, so fine. Change for me. Yeah, deadline has been moved back, Kennedy. We're going to be streaming for 5 million hours now.
We need 3,000 likes for you to continue watching. And for us to continue streaming.
And yeah, Jetty's the other one I'm not sure on. Feels like he's been kind of bombed out that Basel team for somebody else since he got injured. But he was doing good for them. Kevin Carlos. Aye. Tough times picking a forward for me, by the way.
Well, Contender.
Yeah. I think McKeown plays. Someone's asking me McKeown or Tate. I think McKeown will play. McKeown can't play the final against Rangers. He's cup tied. And I don't think he'll play against Zagreb. So I think he'll get the minutes here after missing out midweek. Yeah, official notification on Sorare. Extended for 2 hours. I'm going to play, Dyson in this one over Kyogo. I'm just going to do it. Dyson's ever present. When did they get subbed off last night? That's what I want to double check. Dyson. When did he come off? 76. Yeah, screw it. Let's put Dyson into this one. Who's more likely to start, O'Reilly or Maddison? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Maddison maybe just. I think you need him against Chelsea.
Yeah. I forgot how miserable it is putting all these lineups in. I've been spoiled with the SD export button.
Yeah, it's I never used the export button, to be honest with you. I don't mind it. I just kind of work through it through my week, if you know what I mean. I'm always just kind of going into lineups and deleting them and redoing them and that kind of stuff. I like the data builder like now to maybe just go onto the machine and just go, what is the best team right now? And just if I miss somebody, like a good matchup rating or something like that.
Yeah. What's the script? Anyone got the script on Nishikawa for the J League? He didn't play last week, and that worries me.
Japan's dodgy this time of year. Anything could happen.
I know. Let me have a little look on.
Gully, yeah. I think we're all pulling in the same direction here, aren't we?
Yeah. So is there any early games today that we're going to get? Any valuable news from?
They've probably, we will get news. Yeah. I thought you were going to say maybe it would cause a problem with the game week. But yeah, we might actually have news. That'll be, let's go and have a look at that. Game week games today. Next game week today. Right, here we go. Share this tab. Right, let's see. So today at 5 o'clock is Zagreb. So you'll know the Zagreb lineup before the deadline. Trabzonspor, Inter Milan. You know that team as well before the deadline. You'll know Lille. Wee bit of French too, and that'll be maybe a bit. There might be some early intel. Oh, your Schalke's in here as well. Sorry, there might be an early kind of nod on the PSV 20 situation by then, like who gets on the bus and shit like that, maybe.
Yeah.
And then later tonight we've got Stuttgart, Berlin. We might get the squad list. Sometimes the PSG squad list can be like if there's no Donnarumma, or something like that, or there's no Safanov. So PSG play at 8. So we might get the squad list or the travelling party or whatever you want to call it. But look at that, by the way. Stuttgart, Berlin, Atalanta, Milan, Auxerre, PSG, Burnley, Middlesbrough, Celta Vigo, Mallorca, all at like 8 o'clock, 7:30 tonight. That's a rivals hardcore time, isn't it?
Yeah, that is fun.
So a wee bit of edge gained, I think, for some people out there. Yeah, the game will be covered. The deadline is the kickoff for those matches. That's probably why they've moved it there. Just went kickoff for the first game. We want them to make that the change, guys. So let's praise them for how good this is. And if you see them on Twitter or whatever social media platform you're on, like reply, great change, keep it, Great change, keep it. All 3 PSG keepers in the squad list, says Charlie. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm relatively content with myself. I think that Tati, is there any wiggle movement for that, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably all right with just leaving that Tati in there in case he does start. Or Miller. What does Lennon Miller clock in at? 58. Quite expensive. For cap 260, can I afford him? But I wonder. No. Let me do that. Play Ben Henricks in there. Captain Taylor. Hi, I'll do that. We jigger. We change. Johnny Kenny for 4 out of 5, Quinny. What does that mean, do you think?
I don't know, to be honest.
I seen the report earlier from Josh, who I do the podcast with on Celtic here. He runs the Celtic Youth and Loan page on Twitter. And he said Celtic are going to give Johnny Kenny a first-team opportunity. Going to return from loan from Shamrock in January. Shamrock are qualifying in the Europa League or the Conference League or something like that, in no small part to the wee man's goals. And I seen that news, and I went, got myself a wee Johnny Kenny. Wee 13 quid. Yeah. Why not? Look at that, Harry. Nice wee scores for midweek, say.
Yeah, it's fun. Really fun.
Comes in with 5% because of the collection. If he gets on the bench, then it's just another rotation player for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean, Johnny, for 4 out of 5. I don't know what that means. And yeah, well, I was going to say we're 13 minutes away to the deadline, but we're actually 2 hours and 13 minutes away to the deadline.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah. So do we just like finish and then I don't know what to do. Can't be called the deadline show and we don't finish on the deadline. That feels weird.
I know, but I don't know if I got another 2 hours of this in me.
No, I certainly don't. 4 out of 5 decisives. Yeah, I'm with you there now. I got you.
But I need to buy some challenger keepers, Quinny.
Right now or in general?
Well, now probably, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Because I literally just don't have any keepers to play classic. Not that I really... I don't know. Can I buy this relatively cheap?
What division? I think you want championship, don't you? If you're just going to buy a keeper. Just for that max utility. Maybe an Angus Gunn. Or something like that.
Either Belgium. Well, I've got a Super Kaminsky, and that's enough torture. To be honest.
Just thinking about what keepers play there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Angus Gunn's 50 quid.
What other keepers do we have in the championship, I wonder?
Pandor's 30 quid.
Pandor?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Under 23, no?
No. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got keepers. They're just injured. Like, I've got Unistal. I've got a couple, but they're all just flipping injured.
Go get the GOAT Pasveer in, says Tom Halfyard. And this is actually a decent question. Do we think rewards will still be at 7 o'clock tonight? I think
I was going to think, yeah. I don't know. Oh, bless me. Oduro's injured. I've got fucking so many injuries.
Paul Nardi is on the up. Is that the QPR keeper?
Yeah, I think so.
Bradley Scott from Coventry, says Jerm.
I don't know. Don't need one. I don't know. Like, my depth doesn't go too far to where, like, I'm wasting big players, but I'm just happy to. I just put a 4-man in. I don't really care.
Just cross your fingers on it.
Yeah.
You not play cap 260 maybe with some of these guys?
Yeah, I've already got a 260 in. Where's it? 2? Only 1 though. I don't have enough keepers to stretch to 2. Yeah.
Turkey as well. Turkey's got a good calendar. Slovak is cheap, says Sorare Holland.
Yeah, I looked at Slovak then. That could be a shout.
We've hit 118 likes, guys. Absolutely love it.
Love that, lads.
And Slovic has a good matchup, apparently, if you need it right now.
Yeah, he does at home. You're right. I've got Costa. Like Trubin's obviously challenger, but I'll play him in under 23 this week anyway, because I don't have hardly any goalkeepers in under 23 either. Let me do my Road to Glory lineups.
Because limited teams missing somebody there.
Yeah. Where...
Liam Drake recommending Backman at Watford.
Backman, yeah. So we got Will. Yeah, this is Leopold in here. Do you reckon Ida starts, Quinny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harco. I'm a QPR fan. Do not trust our defence. We are working. Got a shout here as well for Koosmans. And Chris Holt is asking who we think wins MLS Cup. I think we expect Galaxy to win it, but Red Bulls have got that Spawny could party crash this one. Hard to call.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably say Galaxy, really, but
yeah, it is hard to bet against Galaxy, but I don't know if anyone's going to do it. It is the Red Bulls.
And Henry asking me if I think CCV and Bernardo start. I think it's a no to both of them. I think Engels and Scales come in for this one. Zagreb is on Tuesday. That's the main thing to think about. Vickers has played already 2 games this week. And Bernardo, like against Hibs at home, I think this is a good opportunity to start Engels. Part of the thing, but McBride made a good point, is maybe Bernardo plays the McGregor role. And then Engels and whoever else plays, and you give McGregor some sort of a rest on this one, but I don't see that happening. It's not totally to be ruled out, I suppose, but just thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, Bernardo could start, but I think Engels starts this one.
R.I.P. Bursik.
R.I.P. Bursik. Yeah, he's been benched and benched again. And we're getting a request for Yokohama, so I'll put that up on screen at the moment. So this is the Yokohama and Nagoya lineups. Yeah, Anderson Lopez is there, Elber is there, Jan Matthias is there, all the smashers. All there. And there's Nagoya who they're playing against if you want that. There was a comment here earlier, Alfie, that someone is out. Is it Sakiri? And Tiate is in, like in terms of availability for the match, Alfie. So if you check up Frankfurt's Twitter account, there is like proper quotes directly about the player in question. Matt the Bassman has to run. Thanks for joining us. Doesn't it make sense to rent Styles or Johnson? It does entirely. And there's maybe not, it maybe doesn't go. I say I would definitely check out the stream me and McBride done since we've got more time on our hands now all of a sudden. But there is a case. He's got it here 60-40. I think, but with the amount of changes that happen in general, the likes of McGregor and AJ are probably going to retain their place just for some sort of level of consistency. He's not going to change all 10 outfield players, but he might change like 5, which would see Ida, Forrest, McKeown, Engels, Scales come in. That would be 6 changes. Taylor, maybe 7 actually, if you count Valley from the start of the midweek there. Big 50-50 here from Ben Harry. Listen to this. Aspas or Lacazette?
Aspas. I think he's got the AA.
Fair. Home to Mallorca. Yeah, I probably would take Aspas as well. So he takes sets and stuff. Lacazette's good for it. Away to Angers, maybe the game where AA comes to him, but Aspas takes free kicks, penalties, probably corners as well. I don't know if he still does, but he did. So yeah, AA is just different caliber in a game like this.
100%.
Aspas or Højbjerg for Bullstar? That's a tough one.
Probably Højbjerg.
Marseille have, who do they have again?
Wait to Saint Etienne.
Oh, Saint Etienne, of course. Yeah, it's a good Højbjerg match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one. OM is in danger of a snowstorm.
Yeah, there's going to be a few of them catch us out, I think, this weekend. A few
icy chills.
Yeah. Weather situs.
But yeah.
Just filling in all the teams. I need to do my best of Europe so we can do that.
Yeah.
Actually, I tell you what, do I have a few limiteds, Quinny.
Nice.
That I could just, I've bought them for that game week 45 special, but I might use them in. I might use them here.
Snacker.
Yeah. Big Hendrick. I actually pulled so many of these special edition ones.
You can't play those two guys, can you know?
Oh yeah, true. Maybe I don't play him then.
Vargas was on to start.
Was he? I'll go Vega here. I'll do that because this guy's top goal scoring in Belgium. Nice. I'll throw a big Tom in there, see what happens. But yeah, best of Europe.
No. Alfie Randall, this is in an alternative world right now. Quinny's scrambling about with training teams. Training teams have already been done. I was ready, locked and loaded for this game week. I was not getting caught with my pants down again. But Alfie Randall dropping Semenyo away to Ipswich or in Buemo at home to Newcastle.
Buemo, isn't it?
Think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd maybe go Semenyo.
They're both not...
earlier. Oh, sorry. On you go.
Go on. I was just saying they both haven't really been on it, I don't think, recently.
Fair. I was going to mention this here earlier when you mentioned how low scoring Challenger was, but do you think a big part of that is that like MLS is gone? You know, so
it is like a 10 part.
Smashers.
Yeah, it is definitely a big part. But last week, loads of like the Eredivisie teams, Belgium, like everyone lost a clean sheet. Everyone. So that is why, basically, on top of MLS. So now, Gus, the fact that Puig's out has nothing to do with like it being a low score. It's going to be a high scoring game week, I think, in Challenger this week. Higher than, well, guaranteed higher than last week. I'm not saying it's going to be the highest ever, but I'd like to think it's going to be higher this weekend than last. Who are we going for here then?
Aspas or Griezmann's a tough one. You're taking Perez single. That's brave.
Yeah, home to Heidenheim.
Yeah, but Heidenheim are in the Conference League or something. They're not mugs.
I could play a limited. Let's do it.
Oh, Karazor.
Yeah, he's going to be given away at some point, but well, actually, good little time I can plug my 12 days of Christmas streaming schedule. Yeah, I was telling Quinny before we went live, I'm going to be doing a little 12 days of Christmas streaming schedule, 12 days in a row, obviously consecutive streaming situation. And I'm going to be giving away things every day, basically, cards and memberships and all sorts. But yeah, I haven't put the graphic out or anything yet. I was telling Quinny I was busy last night doing that. But yeah, that'll start on the 11th or 12th, I think. 12th to the 23rd. Hopefully a little drunk cast as well towards the end. Get all the boys together. But yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, should probably put out a graphic tonight, maybe, if I get it done. But yeah, excited for special guests and lineup building and scouting stream, just the usual, but just obviously doing it, 12 days in a row. So yeah, should be fun. I'm
looking forward to it. Sounds great. And make sure everyone, if you haven't already, jump onto Harry's channel, hit subscribe, turn notifications on, and all the rest of it. And Black apparently has won D1 Prem Limited.
Yeah, he has.
Well done to him.
Season. Yeah, I saw that. GG's, Black.
GG's indeed. Love to see that. So we're getting a second stream later. Well, I don't know. I don't think so, because I've got booked on to do the nighttime stream again on Friday. So
yeah.
I don't know if we can back at 4 for like 20 minutes or something just to do the ceremonial kind of end of deadline stuff. But I think that's maybe a wee bit much for today because we'll be back live later tonight anyway. So I'm going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Lairders in the chat saying Emblemo was dust. Alfie, we're the best comeback I've ever seen to
That's amazing.
Yeah, well done, that. Well done, Alfie. Top bants. Looking good, Harry. Looking good.
Yeah, I think I've done what I can. I could technically put a 4-man rare out, I think, in there. I might as well, mightn't I? Why not? I know what I'll do. I'll put, because I don't know who's going to start between Nishikawa and the other keeper, so I'm just going to put both of them in separate lineups. I think, yeah, we'll do that.
Who to pick? Is there any guys you've put in 4-man entries that would be good for this? This is a kind of 4.5-man, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good point. Maybe, but I could probably get away with, yeah, sort of picking from what we've got here. What we left? 155. Yilmaz is cheap. Actually, this guy, where is he to? Did I miss him? Yeah, this guy. 47. What we got? 108. Smolich. Van Hecker, but he hasn't been unbelievable. Galesic would leave us with 51.
That's good.
Yeah, I should be able to get someone half decent. Bellows 51. Tariq Lamptey is 50. Leon.
Probably not playing, but
I might go Rodriguez. He's been pretty decent.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'll give him the armband. We'll trust in Las Palmas. De Bruyne or Rice?
Ooh.
Fixtures. I don't know, actually.
I'm taking De Bruyne all day.
Yeah, same, probably.
Needs to catch up with his stats for the season.
Yeah, I know. He's got a bit of catch up to do, hasn't he? Can I throw anything else in? Oh, PSV played today, do they? Jesus. Are we going to know that? Are we going to know it?
Not quite. It's like just out of the window. But you might get a sniff, you might get a sniff of.
That would be really nice if we could know the PSV side. Like, really nice.
Races on corners. Interesting. But nah.
Yeah.
I suppose actually they're scoring from corners. Maybe that is cheat code.
Yeah, there's definitely something to that.
Salah or Diallo? I'm probably taking Diallo.
Same, I think.
At home to Forest.
Yeah.
Just with that 90+ capability he's obviously got in that right wing midfielder spot. Tough choices this week for a lot of people, especially in Prem, it feels like.
Yeah, Prem's a weird one. It feels like I'm assuming it's going to be quite a low-scoring week in Prem. I think it'll be hard to get like the 5, right? I really do.
I think it'll be a good week for a stack, maybe. Just back a team. And just hope your team wins, kind of thing. Maybe one of those ones.
Definitely.
So you got all your team set?
I think so, mate. Yeah, I'm just looking at Predictorfy on the other screen now, just seeing if anything's been updated. Not much has, to be honest. It feels weird, doesn't it, having an extended deadline? Doesn't feel right.
Exactly. And there's no like, right, that's us at the deadline, guys,
I like the I kind of thrive in the pressure, though. I like it. I like the deadline,
Yeah.
Whereas now we don't really have to worry about it.
Now we've had this kind of soft deadline, and now I think when we finish the show in a moment or two, I suppose, it's just about waiting for all that post-deadline news that normally you're like, why didn't I know this 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
We're going to get all that now. So, yeah, I look forward to coming back for tonight for Go Fuck Friday night. I don't know if you'll be able to join me tonight, Harry, or not. I don't know who will be joining me, to be honest with you. But there's plenty to go over this week. Moving the deadline. We've got the advent calendar on Sorare, which everyone thought was just going to be a buy thing, but there was one day it wasn't a buy thing, and there's a bunch of other stuff going on, so I'm looking forward to it tonight. Sorare Holland is asking, Harry, what PSV news are you looking for? Maybe Sorare Holland is ITK.
Yeah, if we think Saibari's going to start, basically. It's kind of all I'm, in for.
Sorare Rambo back next week. Love to hear it, Monkey.
Love it.
Glad you hear you're feeling better and your holidays went well. Yeah, let's see. Saibari for Harry Boy. But yeah, I'll be able to actually check out the Celtic press conference now and be able to just like listen to it and go, Sorare Holland is on the Saibari start.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Love that. If you haven't already, make sure to check out Harry's channel, which is linked in the description of this video as always, as well as Predictorfy, who are linked everywhere. Support the channel no end with all the projected lineups and sponsor the stream, of course, as well as here, there, and everything else. We're not quite at the deadline. You'll get to do that peacefully in your own privacy, of course, whatever you do get up to within your deadline day rituals or whatever, and all that good stuff. But for when that time comes, it's good luck and go fuck from me and Harry Boy. Harry, it's been a pleasure as always, mate.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Yeah, weird circumstances, but we'll take it. And yeah, massive good luck to everyone this upcoming weekend.
Smash up, everyone. Good luck for Anti-Stack as well. And we'll see you. I'll see you tonight. Harry will see you later as well. See you soon, guys.
See you.
Satara.